ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवते भवद्वेषिणी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः।
तृतीयोऽध्यायः।
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते
कर्मणस्ते
मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे माम् योजयसि केशव यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे। तदेकं वद निश्चित्य
वद निश्चित्य
येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा
यस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा
पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ
पुरा प्राप्तमया नघ
ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानाम्
ज्ञानयोगेन
कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्
कर्मयोगेन
So, the last class, to the question of Arjuna, question being that among the two is between Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga, you tell me one thing for sure, following which I get Shreyas Moksha iti. And also he told in the shloka preceding to that, that is the first shloka of the chapter, your vakyas are seemingly confusing and therefore seemingly contradictory, therefore seemingly confusing. Yamishtena vakyena, iva vakyena, mohayasi iva. Seemingly contradicting, therefore seemingly confusing, not confusing. Your vakyas are not confusing, seemingly confusing. Because it is seemingly contradicting, not contradicting. So, for which the Bhagavan, he clarifies, he answers in the form of this third chapter. At the end, again, Arjuna will ask some question, different question. Now here, in this is an important shloka. Maya pura prokta, purve maya uktam. Maya prokta. Prokta strilinga. Why? Because nishta is strilinga. Trivida nishta. Nishta is this lifestyle. So, and it is dviprakara nishta. Dviprakara nishta pura maya prokta. Vedadvara maya prokta. By through Veda, I taught. What is that? What are the two nishta, two committed lifestyle? Jnana yoga and karma yoga. Jnanam eva yogaha, jnana yogaha. Karma eva yogaha, karma yogaha. Karmadare samasa. The jnana yogena sankhyanam. For sankhya, that is sannyasi. Sankhya means sannyasi. The jnana yogena sankyanam. Sankyanam for the Sankhyas. They have got Nishta, that Jnana Nishta. So, therefore, Sankhyanam, Jnana Nishta Paranam, Jnana Yogaha. Yoga Nishta Paranam, Karma Yogaha. So, the lifestyle of a sannyasi, the Sankhya characterized by this Jnana Yoga. And this Karma Yogi by Karma Yoga. So, iti two types of Nishta, Pura, Maya, Utta. So, both are taught by me. It means you have got a choice to choose one. Yes, you have a choice. Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga, you can choose. If you use Karma Yoga, then not that Jnana Yoga is a choice. If you use Karma Yoga, it means you think or you estimate yourself to be fit for karma. Through Karma Yoga, I will get the eligibility to pursue Jnanam, and by Jnanam, I will get Moksha. That is the choice. Choosing is that. choosing what I am prepared for. Are you prepared for? Are you prepared for this Samskrita Bharati COVID exam or Samskrita Bharati Pravesha exam? If you are prepared for, if you are not prepared, if you are the beginner, then Pravesha only. There is no choice. You will write Kovida directly. There is a Krama. Krama Samuchaya is there. Pravesha, Parichaya, then Shiksha, then Kovida. Kovida is final. I will choose Kovida, you cannot say. So, you know where you are there and therefore you can choose. Similarly here, the choice is there. The choice depending, as we saw in the previous class now, Bhashyan class. Shakti, Buddhi, Avasthana, Anurupam. In keeping with one Buddhi, one's prepared, one Buddhi, one Shakti, one's power, and Avastha, that's the Varna Avastha, with Ashrama Avastha. So one can decide to follow, choose to one. You can take the lifestyle of sannyasa. There is no coming back. Sannyasa lifestyle means you have estimated yourself to be a grown person, a ripe person. You are fit. You think you are fit, or you have judged yourself to be fit for leading a lifestyle of solitude, separation, away from the society, away from the family. Then that choice is the Jnana Yoga. You can commit yourself to the pursuit of Jnanam, Jnana Yoga. If that is something difficult to follow, then you please continue in whichever ashrama you are pursuing karma. Over a period of time, gaining Bhagavata, the preparedness, then Jnana Yoga, then Jnana Yoga, that lifestyle, that sannyasa lifestyle, that also it is Antara sannyasa. Bhagya sannyasa is not recommended. Antara sannyasa, living in the society, living in the family, at the same time, not of the family, not of the society. That is Padmapatra Ivambasa, like the water on the lotus leaf. One has to live, one has to pursue the lifestyle of Jnanam, Jnananishta. Therefore, there is a krama, there is an order. Order is there is no choice between karma and Jnanam for moksha. There is no choice between karma. That is karma. By karma, you can gain moksha. By Jnanam also, you can gain moksha. Iti, there is no choice. Choice is there for the candidates. Choice is there for the adhikaris. Depending on one's evaluation, self-evaluation, one can choose to pursue any lifestyle. So therefore, two lifestyles were taught by me. So when I say choice have to be clearly understood. It is not for moksha there is a choice. There is a choice for taking up the lifestyle. Then that choice also, if you misappropriate your choice, then if you, by mistake, if you choose the other lifestyle, that becomes a problem. So you have to always carefully choose. Because sannyasa is one way. You cannot come back. Therefore, better antara sannyasa. At least trying to follow the lifestyle of antara sannyasa is better. So bhagya sannyasa. That is very difficult compared to bhagya sannyasa. So therefore, in the next shloka, Bhagavan Krishna says, I avoid karma because karma involves pain, karma involves shrama, the effort is involved. So if we avoid karma directly I want Naishkarmya Siddhi Moksha. Is it possible? No. Nakarun, let us read that shloka, fourth shloka. Nakarun Bhana Manarambhat.
न कर्मणाम्
न कर्मणां नारम्भात्
नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोष्णुते
नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते
च संन्यसनादेव
न च
च संन्यसनादेव
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति.
You see the screen?
Yes, Guru.
Yes, yes, Shanji.
Okay. Then all of you can chant. Okay. From the next sloka you can do. So karmana manarambhat purushaha naishkarmyam sorry purushaha na ashnute purushaha na ashnute nashnute karmanam anarambhat karmanam is karma the kriya the karma is kartavyam karma kartavyam karma that karma anarambhat is aramba is acharanam na aramba anaramba anacharanam not following ananushtanam akaranam not doing one's karma one's dharma not doing that karmanam anarambhat. So not doing what one is supposed to do, one's karma. So karmanam anarambhat. Aramba has the meaning of also starting. So here it is starting means it is following, observing, acharanam, anushtanam, karanam. So karmanam anarambhat, not beginning, not following, not doing karma, naishkarmyam, that naishkarmya siddhi. Naishkarmya means that complete actionlessness, that is called naishkarmya. Nishkarmanaha is this bhavam, karma abhavam. Karma abhavam means what? Akartrutvam. Akartrutvam is moksha. Only when you know aham atma, then only when you understand, when you see, when Brahma Sakshatkara happens, then only this akartrutvam abhoktrutvam. This atma, aham atma, akarta, abhokta, this jnanam. When this jnanam is there, then only this actionlessness is possible. Till then, this action you have to do. So actionlessness is the goal. That is actionlessness means that akarta, aham akarta, abhokta, that jnanam, that moksha, that is the goal. Naishkaramyam means moksha. Moksha means freedom. Moksha means freedom. Freedom means what? Freedom from being a karta, freedom from being a bhokta. Why freedom required from being a karta and bhokta? Because kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam only binds a person. If you are a karta, then whatever karma you do, the karma palam will come. So karma is there, therefore janma is there. When janma is there, that what manifests in this, whatever manifests in the janma, it because of karma, and you do more and more karma. So karma palam again, and karma palam has to be exhausted. So again janma. Therefore punarapi maranam, punarapi janam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam, ega samsare, bhagavastare. Therefore samsara continues. Where this kartrutvam is there, karma will be there. Where karma is there, samsara is there, this bandhanam is there. Therefore, akartrutvam is what we are interested in. That is moksha. The freedom is what we are interested in. Freedom, moksha, akartrutvam. You cannot become a akarta because you are akarta only. That I don't know. Ajnanam. For that, jnanam is required. Therefore, only shastra patanam, guru upasadanam, shastra patanam. By jnanena only you can become akarta. You cannot really, you are really akarta, but you take yourself to be a karta. By jnanena only, by knowledge only, that agam akarta, agam abhokta, that only happens only by jnana. And that is what is referred to by the word naishkarmyam, actionlessness. Even though you do action, but still you don't do action. That is called freedom. That is called moksha. Because Atma cannot do karma. And what does karma? This Sharira Upadhi does karma. I am not doing, this body does. That is what is akartratvam. Because you don't have this Sharira, the body, manas, the indriya, that abhimana not there. The abhimana goes, you don't take yourself or confine yourself to this body, mind, senses alone. This body, mind, senses are me, but I am not this body, mind, senses. So when this dies, I am not going to die, I continue. I continue to be as I am. So therefore, that what continues, that me, that Atma is sada akarta, sada abhokta. Knowing that one becomes free. That is what is referred to by the word naishkarmyam, karma abhavam. Therefore, moksha is the purushartha, is the goal. That cannot be gained by not doing karma. That cannot be gained not doing karma. Karma is karma yoga. So it is something like a thorn is removed by another thorn. The thorn is there. Samsara is there. The kartritvam is there. It has to be removed only by karma. And that karma is, here it is not the mere karma, it is karma yoga. It is a karma yoga. It's a different thorn. Between karma and karma yoga, there is a difference. Lot of difference. If karma is meant for one's own, for fulfilling one's own needs and desires, that karma, where Ishvara is completely absent, where karma is, that prayers is there. That is the pressure to gain dharma, artha and kama, the pressure is there. The goal is not moksha, then it is only karma. Where goal is not moksha, then that karma is mere karma. Mere karma binds a person. Where the goal is moksha, then the karma, whatever you do, that karma subserves moksha, then becomes a karma yoga. So here, karma anarambanam, when we say, it means karma yoga anarambanam, not doing karma with the spirit of, with the attitude of Ishvararpana buddhi and Ishvara prasada buddhi, doing karma in the spirit of worship to the Lord, and whatever comes, that as prasada, that is karma yoga buddhi, which we discussed in the second chapter. So that karma yoga buddhi. So karma, when the karma is characterized by this buddhi, this attitude, then it's karma yoga. So therefore, by not taking into karma yoga, naishkarmyam na ashpate, one cannot gain naishkarmyam, one cannot get moksha. Karma is the means. Is it direct means? No. Karma yogena chitta shuddhi. The mind, antakaranam becomes shuddham. Raga dveshas are there. All this have to go. Otherwise, these things will create unnecessary agitation all the time. When that is there, then jnanam cannot take place. Shastra patanam cannot do. So therefore, karma yoga is the means, indirect means for moksha, by taking you to the jnana yoga lifestyle. And the second line says, nacha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhigacchati. Nacha sanyasanadeva, sanyasanat sarva karma parityaghat Sarvakarma parityagat siddhim is again naishkarmyam, that moksham na samadhigacchati na apnoti na samprapnoti. Not possible to gain moksha by giving up karma. If karma yoga is a means for jnana yoga, it is characterized by the lifestyle of sannyasa. And if you take up to sannyasa but not doing karma, then also you cannot gain because you don't have the pakvata, you don't have that preparedness. So, kevala, this sarva karma, this sannyasa, moksha is not possible. So, sannyasana deva, that is sannyasa, tyagaha. That by that also moksha is not possible. This vakya you have to understand. Sanyasanat siddhim samadhigacchati means not doing karma, taking to sannyasa will not give lifestyle. This sannyasa will not give moksha. For whom? For the person who is not an adhikari. If it's an adhikari, then sannyasa is conducive. That is different. If it is an adhikari and he doesn't want to do karma, like Arjuna, who doesn't want to engage in this ghora karma, therefore he thought there is a choice taking to sannyasa lifestyle. Therefore I will take sannyasa because it doesn't involve himsa. He thought that lifestyle is simpler, better. It is cozy compared to this karma yoga lifestyle. Therefore taking sannyasa, I will get moksha. Iti Arjuna's thinking was there. To dismiss that only Bhagavan Krishna says, by giving up karma, taking to sannyasa, one cannot gain moksha. This is for an anadhikari. For adhikari, sannyasa. Anadhikari, na sannyasanat eva siddhim samadhigacchati. Because in this sannyasa, in this tyaga, there is the avoidance of karma. There is avoidance of karma. There is clearly there is a tendency to escape from responsibility. Therefore, only he said karmanam anarambha, not doing action. Not doing action means escaping from your responsibility. Naishkarmyam na ashnute, one cannot get moksha, one cannot get atmajnanam and moksha. So, Naishkarmyam is non-doership, actionlessness. That actionlessness is possible only when you abide in this knowledge of yourself, Atma. So, for that you have to prepare yourself by doing karma. So, the karma is therefore an indirect means for Naishkarmya Siddhi. So, karma, when it is done with the proper attitude, then that becomes conducive for Naishkarmya by taking you through Jnana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Jnana Yogena, Jnanam Iti. Therefore, not doing karma, one will not get moksha. And by giving up karma, by sannyasa, also the person doesn't gain moksha. Mere sannyasa, the person doesn't gain moksha. So, mere sannyasa means what? That mere sannyasa is that jnana ragita sannyasa. That jnana or the jnana yogyata not there. Just taking sannyasa will not give moksha. So therefore, avoidance of karma is not good and taking to sannyasa, that is not good. Therefore, what is better now? Engage in karma. Engage in karma, do karma with karma yoga buddhi. Therefore, this mukti, the moksha, this samadhigacchati, it is gained by one who has done karma yoga, who has gained jnana yogyata, then one who has taken up to the study of Shastram, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, that is called jnana yoga. Yes, that lifestyle doesn't matter, whether it is sannyasa or any other lifestyle. If it is done, then it is jnana yoga lifestyle only. That jnana yogena jnanam moksham iti samadhigacchati. That is what the Bhagavan says here. And in the next shloka, we will read. Nahi kaschet kshanamapi
नहि
Ahi kaschit kshanamapi
jatu tishtatya karma krit
jatu
कर्मकृत्
tishtat
karyate hyavashak karma
Aryate Havashatma
sarva prakriti chairgunaihi. A sannyasi doesn't have anything to do. He doesn't have a responsibility. He's free. Therefore, no problem. No karma, no problem. No bandha, no relations. Therefore, no karma, no problem. Iti, one may think. Therefore, that lifestyle is easy. Iti, thinking, one may opt for sannyasa life. Who? A lazy person who doesn't want to karma, seeing the lifestyle of a sannyasa, he may think that his lifestyle is easy. He wants to avoid karma. Therefore, he wants to take up the lifestyle of this sannyasi. For him, Bhagavan says, Nagi kastit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrita. Previously, he said a person without Atma Jnanam cannot gain Naishkarmya. Why? Because Kshanamapi, even for a moment, Kaschita, any person, Nat Tishtati, Jatu Nat Tishtati, at any time, he cannot remain without doing karma. Akarmakrita Nat Tishtati. Akarmakrita. Karma karoti karmakrita. Karma na karoti akarmakrita. Akarmakrita, not doing karma. Karmani akurvanaha, not doing karma. Kaschit purushaha, any person, kshanamapi natishtati, jatu natishtati, at any jatu, at any time. Kadachit, jatu means kadachit, any time, any point of time. Natishtati, nobody can remain without doing karma. That is what the meaning. Nobody can remain without doing karma, kshanamapi, even for a moment. So everybody has to do karma. Even one doesn't want, he has to do karma. He has to do. Even if doesn't want, there is no choice. He will be forced to do. Getting up from the sleep, you go to sleep in the night and wake up in the morning. What wakes you up? Your karma wakes you up. Your prarabdha, which awaits to get manifest, that wakes you up. Your prarabdha is waiting. Whatever going to manifest today, we don't know. That is waiting and that wakes you up. You have to either face the result of previous karma. While facing, you may do new karma. The result of karma could be punya karma or papa karma. That is why we chant. That is why in the sankalpa we say, Namo Partha Samasta Durita Kshayadvara Shri Parameshwara Prityartam. That Durita is there. Durita is this papam, which may manifest. That is why in the morning, sankalpa, when doing puja, we do Durita Kshayadvara, whatever Durita, the papa karma, which may manifest today, Kshayadvara, for the Nashanam of that, and also for Bhagavat Prityartam, Puja Karishe, Karma Karishe iti. So, karma will wake you up. Therefore, nobody can remain without doing karma. Karyate hyavasha karma sarva prakriti jairkunaihi. Karyate hyavashaha. Avashaha means here paravashaha, there is no choice. Karma karyate. Karma will make you do. There is no choice. Giving up karma is not possible. Giving up karma is not possible either because, as I said, the karma wakes you up, you have to do karma. The karma is waiting, which you have to exhaust. Also, the person, the Ajnani, has got a lot of desires are there. Lot of desires, icha. That with the desires, nobody can keep quiet. Desires are there, therefore, kriya must be there. Action must be there. The kriya, the desires will not let you sit without doing anything. The desires will propel you. The Gita itself, Bhagavan Krishna says, Kama yeshaha, krodha yeshaha, rajoguna samudbhavaha, kamaha. That kama and the kama will propel you to do karma. So, therefore, you cannot remain without doing karma. Therefore, do what you have to do. Therefore, kaschit, kshanamapi kaschit akarma karta na tishtati. And karyate, sarva karyate, sarva prakriti jai gunaihi avashaha karyate. So, everybody is forced to act. By what? Prakriti jair gunaihi, by the gunas of the prakriti. Prakriti here it is that your mind. Sarva prakriti jair gunaihi, by the guna. The guna is sattva, rajas, tamas, which are the prakriti. So you the mind, which is when it is overpowered by sattva, rajas, tama, guna. These three gunas are there, which are the qualities of the person, which are the qualities of the person. That is the prakriti, that is the nature of the person is determined by the exhibition of this quality, sattva, rajas, tamas. Your antakarma, your mind, as propelled by that, prakriti jair gunaihi, by the guna, by the urge of the guna, sarvaha karyate, every person, avashaha karyate, helplessly. Avashaha is helplessly, no choice. You cannot choose. You will be forced to do by your guna. So, sarvaha karyate, avashaha, no choice, helplessly. Everyone is forced to do karma helplessly. Therefore, you cannot escape from karma. Avashaha means na swavashaha. You don't have choice. Paravashaha. It is paravashaha. Therefore, sarvaha is sarva janaha, all the people. Therefore, they karyate, they nivartyate, nirvartyate, not nivartyate, nirvartyate, they engage. So, karma balat, pravartyate, niyujyate. They engage in karma. So, there is no choice. Helplessly, they engage in action propelled by the gunas by the one's gunas, prakriti, swa, prakriti jai gunaihi, prakriti jai, prakriti and ja, prakritya jayate, prakrtitaha jayamanaihi abhivyaktahi gunaihi. That forms one prakriti, that gunas which are born, sattva, rajas, tamobihi gunaihi, ragadvesha adibi rupaihi, this gunaihi. So these are one's prakriti, one's nature. So everybody has this combination of these three. When sattva guna is dominant in the person, that person is composed person, but that guna is there, sattva is there. When tamas is there, the person is a lazy person. When rajas is there, he will be extremely active. So these divisions are there among the people. Therefore, propelled by this guna, so everyone is forced to do karma helplessly. Therefore, what is sannyasa? How can you give up karma? You cannot really give up karma. Therefore, giving up karma, I will get moksha is not possible. By propelled by the guna, you will do karma. What you can do is you can convert the karma into karma yoga as conducive for your purushartha, moksha purushartha. Therefore, you have to do karma. Therefore, only I teach karma yoga. Iti Bhagavan Krishna says. And yes, not doing karma If the person takes a sannyasa, then what will happen? That is being said. Karmendriyani sanyamya.
Karmendriyayi
योगं सक्तः
Yayaste manasa smaran.
Yaste manasa smaran
Indriyarthan vimudhatma.
Indriyatma
Mityacharasa uchyate.
Vidyacharasavachyate.
So, yaha aste. Yaha aste. Aste means it sits. It means it simply sits, not doing anything. Aste. Aste is just remaining aste. So, yaha aste. The one who remains. Vartate. Aste vartate. Teshtiyate vartate. Saha. Yaha, the one. Karmendriyani samyamya. Yam dhatu. Yam is uparame. We saw yam. In Ashtanga Yoga, yam is that niyama, yama, niyama. That yam. So samyamya. Samyamya means nirudhya. Samyamya. Nirudhya. Samhritya. It means what? Restraining. Restraining. That is controlling. Here it is controlling. Samyamya, controlling. Not mastery here. Here it is, there is no mastery of the sense organs. Indriyani, sense organs. If there is a mastery of indriyas, that is called damaha. That is the one of the important qualities for an adhikari. Here, karmendriyani samyamya means controlling, physically controlling. Because karmendriyas are the indriyas which are meant for action. So you don't allow the karmendriya to function. You don't, like vak, pani, pada, payu, upastha, these karmendriyas, you don't allow them to function. Because through karmendriya only you perform karma. And he is a lazy person. The person who has taken to sannyasa, that person is a lazy person. Therefore, what does he do? Karmendriyani samyamya. He restrains, he controls it's a karmendriya. The person who has taken to sannyasa without pakvata, without maturity. And that person aste. He remains. Manasa smaran aste. He has deliberately pulled his karmendriya. But what happens in the mind of the person? Manasa smaran. Through the mind, he keeps remembering, keeps thinking. Smaran. Smaran is remembering. Chintayan asti. Chintayan aste. Through the mind, chintayan aste. What? Indriya vishayas. He keeps thinking of the indriya vishaya, the vishayas of the indriya vishayaha, objects of sense organs. Doesn't engage, but mentally he keeps dwelling on that. And the person is taken to sannyasa. Samyamya, karmendriyani samyamya, yaha manasa smaran aste. Karmendriyani samyamya means he is not doing karma. It means either it could be a sannyasi or a person not doing karma, a lazy person. So we may think, seeing that person also, lazy person, is a great person because he's not doing karma, he just simply keeps quiet. No, but in the mind, what happens, he only knows. He keeps remembering all the sense objects, dwelling on the sense object, dwelling on the sukham which these sense objects can give. Therefore, dwelling on that. Indriyata vimudhatma mityacharaha sa uchyate. That person who has deliberately controlled the karmendriya, but jnanendriya he did not manage to control. He let the jnanendriya to dwell on the indriya vishaya. It means he keeps remembering, enjoying all the indriya vishaya mentally. that person is called Mithyacharaha. Mithyacharaha is hypocrite. Mithya Acharaha is Mrisha. Papa Acharaha. Kapatacharaha. Kapatacharanaha is a Kapatachari. Kapata Achari is a Kapatachari, is a hypocrite, is a person of inappropriate, false conduct. Mithyacharaha sa uchyate. Such a person is called an Papachari, hypocrite. Person running away from his duties. The one who has suppressed all the desires. The desires, if it is legitimate, have to be fulfilled. If it is suppressed, it will lead to physical as well as mental complications later. If the desires are legitimate and there are legitimate means to fulfill. That is what Bhagavan Krishna also says. Dharma viruddhaha kamaha agamasmi iti. Gita itself he says. So, if the desires are suppressed and as a person is a lazy person, run away from one's responsibility, the duties, that is not this spiritual. That is not being spiritual or spiritual. That will not be conducive to spiritual growth. In fact, he will fall from being a person. In fact, is not spiritual. Where is the question of falling? That person is called Mithyacharaha. Indriyarthan vimudhatma. Indriyarthan is Indriyarthan smaran. So the smaran is there. Manasa smaran, remembering. What does he remember? Indriyarthan. Indriyarthan, that is Shrotra, Vak, Shrotra, all the Indriyas, Shrotradi Karana, Shrotradi Karanani, Shrotradi Karananam Artha, Indriyartha. So, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, all the Indriya Vishayan, Shabdadin, Smaran, Chintayan, Yaha Aste. So, Indriyan to be connected to the previous line. Yaha Indriyarthan Manasa Smaran Aste Saha Vimudatma Saha Mithyacharaha iti Uchyate. That person is a Vimudatma. Vimudatma is the person is Vimudaha. Vimudaha. Vimudaha Atma. Atma is not here Sachidananda Atma. Atma is reflexive pronoun. Is the person talking about the person. Vimudatma. Vimudatma is Visheshena Mudaha. Vimudaha. Special confused person. Vimudaha. That is Viveka Shunyaha Ityartaha. The one who doesn't have Viveka. So that Viveka Buddhi not there. Viveka Shunyaha Manaha Yasya Saha Vimudhatma. The person who doesn't have the Viveka Buddhi, Vimudhatma. The one whose mind is confused. He wants one thing and he takes up to something. What will be the result? The person will become a Mithyachari. Therefore, being a Mithyachari, the person, he doesn't gain spiritual growth as well as the material prosperity. From both, he falls. From gaining both, he fails. So therefore, compared to such a person, Karma Yogi is far better, and in fact, he is a spiritual. Is a spiritual person. This person is neither spiritual nor material because he fails in both, whereas Karma Yogi, he gains because his goal is moksha. Therefore, he engages in karma, fulfilling the desires legitimately, doing karma with the attitude of Karma Yoga. Therefore, he grows. Towards gaining his Purushartha. He is not a Mithyachari, he is not a Kapatachari, whereas this person is a Kapatachari iti. So, this is the problem of taking sannyasa without preparation. Without preparation, the person will become a Mithyachari. So, Bhagavan Krishna cautions. Being a Mithyachari, therefore, he becomes Ubhaya Brashta. In fact, this person is Ubhaya Prashta. Prashta is he slips from both material as well as spiritual ends. So therefore, Mityacharaha saha Mityacharaha uchyate. The definition, who is the Mityachara? This definition is not only in this context, in every other context, this is applicable. What is Mityachara? Thinking something, doing something, or not doing something, but at the same time you think something. Both are Mityachara only. Achara means conduct. The conduct is false. False means what? We see only the external actions. What the person thinks, we don't know. What the person thinks, we don't know. By seeing the external action, we may infer the intention of the person. And if the intention of the person is quite opposite to what he is doing, then what is the achara called? Mityachara. If the intention of the person is keeping with what he does, that person becomes really a yogi, karma yogi. That being normal, this person is abnormal, mityacharaha iti. So it's a caution Bhagavan Krishna gives. Then the next shloka we will read. Yastvindriyani manasa
Yasminyani
manasa
niyamya rabhaterjuna karmendriyai karma yogam asaktasya vishishyate. So here Bhagavan Krishna he presents the contrast with the person described in the previous shloka, sixth shloka. Sixth shloka talked about a mityachari, and this shloka it talks about a person who arabhate indriyani manasa niyamya arabhate, who has taken to the karma indriyani manasa. Indriya is this jnanendriya, therefore niyamya, having restraining the sense organs from indriya vishaya. So shrotrādīni indriyani manasa niyamya, therefore this shabdādin vishayan prati, towards the shabdādi vishayan prati, yes, turned back, is niyamya, having restrained the indriyas, manasa, not physically manasa. That is the main difference between the two persons. That person is kayena, this person is manasa, because manaha eva manushyanam bandha, manushyanam bandha moksha karanam is manaseva. So manas alone is the one which determines whether the person is free or bound. The hypocrite, the mityachari, kayena niyamya, whereas this person is manasa. Indriyani referring to both karmendriyani, jnanendriyani. When jnanendriyani is niyamya, what about the karmendriyani? So therefore, karmendriyani, here Bhagavan Krishna says indriyani. It's referring to both karmendriyani as well as jnanendriyani. Indriyani, manasa, niyamya, sarva karanani, manasa, niyamya. Manas is antakaranam, chetasa, niyamya, niyamya. Niyam, again yam dhatu. Niyamya, having, restraining the indriyas, not allowing the indriyas to flow towards the sense object, not suppressing. Here it doesn't suppress, it does because he is not interested. Therefore, when the mind goes, it pulls back. If you allow the mind, it may dwell in it, that he doesn't want. Therefore, niyamya, because he is very clear about his purushartha. He is a viveki. Therefore, manasa, where viveka is there the niyamanam is through manas. Where viveka is not there, this niyamanam is only merely stops with kaya, the sharira alone. Therefore, here manas, the mind, that is antakarnam, that makes a difference. The antakarnam of the person makes a difference. The motive makes the difference. The karma being the same, with what motive you do the karma, that alone accounts for your papam and punyam. That alone accounts for your, that alone makes a difference. Even in any karma, even in Lokika karma, even in any crime, what is important is the motive. The motive is important, and that is associated with the mind only. So therefore, here manasa niyamya yaha karma arabhate. Yaha manasa niyamya karma arabhate. Saha vishishyate is saha vishishyate. Karmendriya hi karma yogam arabhate. Karma yogam, it is in the second line. So therefore, yaha manasa niyamya indriyani manasa niyamya karma yogam arabhate. He starts karma yoga. He engages in karma yoga. He does the acharanam of karma yoga, following the karma yoga. Karmanushtanam karoti. How karmendriya applies the karmendriya. Without karmendriya, how karma is possible? Therefore, karmendriya. And the karmendriyas are under his vasha only. So, therefore, he doesn't allow karmendriyas to flow as it likes, because he is doing karma yoga. Therefore, karmendriyaihi vashikritya, indriyani vashikritya karmendriyaihi yaha karma yogam arabhate. The one who takes up this karma yoga, karma eva yoga, that nishkama karma yoga, one who takes, saha vishishyate, saha asaktaha, nasaktaha, anasaktaha. Saha is asaktaha, the person is asakta. Saktaha means it is attached. Saktaha, that person is asaktaha, remaining completely unattached, detached. Remaining detached, it is karma. So, therefore, indriyani manasa niyamya, having mastered all the organs of perception, manasa niyamya, then karma yogam arabhate, it does karma yoga buddhya, karma yogam arabhate, does karma with the attitude of karma and allowing the karmendriya to function without attachment to karma or karma phala, remaining unattached, detached. So asaktaha, saha vishishyate is excels compared to whom? Compared to the one who has been talked about in the previous shloka, that mityacharaha. Vishishyate means atirichyate. Is atirichyate, he excels. He excels, is greater compared to the person, that mityachara is greater compared to the mityachari. Because this person is a viveki, he has got clarity about what he wants. Therefore, what Bhagavan Krishna says is, when karma is to be done, kartavyam karma is there, and that karma to be performed with the attitude of karma yoga, involving all your karmendriyas in doing that karma. Let it not be attached, without attachment. Do the karma and offer the karma phala, and do the karma as a aradhana. As a aradhana, the karma, the one who does, then that person only can remain asaktaha. The person who does karma with this attitude, that person only can really be asaktaha. So saktaha means saktihi, sangaha. That asangaha means, asaktaha means asangaha. So therefore, that sanga ragitaha bhutva yaka karma karoti. So when you do karma, that karma, with karma you have this ahantam, mamatam, buddhi. The buddhi will be there. That only binds you to the karma. So this ahantam, mamatam, that buddhi purvaka sambandha, that sakti, when it is not there, that is asakti. That ragitaha, that ahantam mamatam buddhi ragitaha. That is what asaktaha is. So asaktaha bhutva यः कर्म करोति सः विशिष्यते, सः अतिरिच्यते. मिथ्याचारी is that, so compared to mityachari, saha, this person, atirichyate, he excels. So therefore is very clear about, therefore he is not vimudaha, he is a viveki. Therefore karma yogi is a viveki. The goal is clear, the priority is clear, therefore he is a viveki. Therefore viveka purvakam karma karvati. What viveka? The purushartha nischaya is there. Therefore, what he wants to gain, that is very clear about that. Therefore, this viveki purushaha indriyani nirudhya karmendriyahi karma yogam karoti arabhate. Therefore, saha vishishyate iti. The next shloka. Next shloka is a command. Do the karma. Niyatam kuru karmatvam.
Guru karmatvam.
Karma jyayo hyakarmanaha.
Karmajayo hyakarmanaha.
Sharira yatra pichate.
Shariyayavyate.
Na prasiddhyeda karmanaha.
Naprasidhyedkarmanaha.
So here Bhagavan, he asked to do karma. Karma kuru, tvam karma kuru. Niyatam karma tvam kuru. Whatever karma is ordained for you, niyatam karma. Either shastrena va niyatam karma, atava depending on this varna, ashrama, whichever stage of life you are there, whatever to be done, that karma kuru, niyatam karma. So niyatam karma, avashyam kartavyam karma. So like for a brahmana, what is the karma? Pravachanadikam karma brahmanaha. This yuddhadikam karma for the kshatriya. Vanijyadikam karma vaishyaha. And shushrushanam and other karma, they are for the shudra. Iti for ashrama, for varna ashrama, these karmas are specified. Niyatam better, niyatam karma. It is not discrimination. It is karmas are there specified for this varna and ashrama. It is not one karma is better than the other karma. No karma is better. With whatever karma you do, you can make it, you can do it better. That is what karma yoga is. So therefore, niyatam kuru karma. Karma also 4 types of karma is vigita karma, kamya karma, prasiddha karma, prayaschitta karma. So here what is talked about niyatam karma is vigita karma, kartavyam karma, avashyam kartavyam karma kuru. Don't do pratisiddha karma, forbidden actions. Kamya karma, you refrain from kamya karma. Minimize the desire prompted activities, and prayaschitta karma. Prayaschitta karma will come only when something wrong is done, then only prayaschitta. Therefore, karma kuru. So emphasis on is karma. But niyatam karma, nitya naimittikadi karma, vaidikam va or laukikam va, varnashrama anusarena karma kuru. Why? Because akarmanaha karma jyayaha. Compared to akarmanaha, na karma, akarma. Compared to not doing is better. Because if not doing, then that will lead to laziness and mityachara. that papachara. Therefore, compared to akarma, karma kuru. Even though karma is faced with difficulties, that is better because it is conducive. It is conducive for moksha. It takes one step towards moksha. Therefore, karmanaha karma jyayaha. Jyayaha. Karma is napumsakalinga, therefore jyayaha. The same word we saw, jayasi chet karmana is in the first shloka. So there's a comparison between akarma and karma. So karma jayaha akarmanaha. Compared to akarma, karma is better. And also, you cannot avoid this karma. Why? Sharira yatra pichate na prasidyet akarmanaha. From the standpoint of this Sharira Yatra is this Jiva, this Jivanam, the life. Sharira Yatra, for this life, you have to maintain this Shariram, the body. So body, Sharira Yatra is travel, the traveling of the body. It means the maintenance of the body to lead this life. Even for the maintenance of the body, you have to do karma. Na prasiddhyet akarmanaha, that is not possible by taking into inaction, not doing. Even for maintenance means what? For the survival of the body. Sharira yatra is for the survival of the body. You have to eat. Eating also is a karma. Therefore, eating, exercise, all these are the karma. Physical karma, and also the mind also has to be. The mind also has to be kept active. Therefore, it requires food. So, therefore, for this maintenance of this shariram, for the survival of this body, karma is unavoidable. Therefore, with akarma, with not doing karma, even the body cannot be maintained. Then what to talk about this in the context of moksha vishaya, what to talk about moksha. Therefore, karma is not, the karma doesn't bind you. In fact, the karma breaks the bond, breaks the bandha. Breaks the bandha. When the karma breaks the bandha, then that is called karma yoga. The karma which breaks the bandha is karma yoga. The karma which strengthens the bandha, the bond, then it is karma, mere karma. Mere karma, karma yoga. That's a difference. Mere karma binds a person, it strengthens the bond, whereas karma yoga, it loosens the bond. And therefore, by taking to karma yoga, one has to niyatam kuru, one has to follow the karma. It is like an order. Karma kuru is lot lakara. You do it. It means like a shastram. The shastram, you will find the command either in lot lakara or ling lakara. Ling and lot is for vidhi. Wherever vidhi is there, ordering is there, we use lot or ling. Here the same kuru is used. Kuru, lot lakara, karma kuru. Bhagavan Krishna is saying is the shastram. So he says niyatam kuru karma. Karma should be done. There is no choice. This is not only with regard to the varna, even with regard to the ashrama. Brahmacharya ashrama, brahmacharyam, praveshaha, what he has to do, whatever this adhyayana karma he has to do. And gargastya ashrama, in that ashrama, whatever to be done, that karma kuru. Therefore, niyatam karma. Yata karma vigitam, uchitam, that karma kuru. Vidatsva. Yata vidanam anutishta. Yata vidhi nirvartya. Therefore, akarmanaha karma akaranat, karma anarambat, what we saw. Akarmanam anarambat. Therefore, karma anarambat, karma karanam is better. Jyayaha. So, karma karanam, karma arambanam, karma anarambat, Jyayaha, therefore karma kuru. And nobody can remain without doing karma even for the maintenance of this sharira. Therefore, sharira yatrapi, deha yatrapi, deha stitihi api, karma avashyakam. Therefore, na prasiddhyet. Na prasiddhyet means na siddhyet. Prasiddhyet. Pra upasarga siddha. Siddhyet, not prasiddhyet, not possible. Not possible to maintain this shariram without doing karma. Sharira yatra api, even for Sharira yatra api, even for the maintenance of the body, na prasiddhyet, it is na siddhyet, not possible. Not possible with akarma. With akarma, you cannot even maintain the body. Therefore, you have to do karma. Even for mere maintenance of the body, you have to do karma. Iti, karma cannot be avoided. When karma cannot be avoided, you can convert that karma into an act of karma yoga, an act of worship. That is what Bhagavan teaches. Next sloka we will see. We'll see in the next class. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyai Stavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidusura suraganaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
ధన్యవాదాలు గురుజీ.
గురుజీ
ధన్యవాద
గురుజీ.
ధన్యవాద గురుజీ శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః
ధన్యవాదాలు శరణ్జీ.
ధన్యవాదాలు జీ.